Alright, this is video 5. If you're following along, we got the first 2 layers solved. The next step is getting a cross on top, which is getting all of the edges oriented. In the introduction I brought up parity, some things that, if you put the cube together improperly, it's not solvable. One of those parities is edges. Edges they flip and unflip. They're oriented or not oriented in pairs, never an odd number. So you'll never see 3 are in and 1 needs to be flipped, or 3 are out and 1's in and these 3 need to be flipped. It's always either going to be you have your cross, or 2 are out, or all 4 are out. So the patterns you'll get is either a dot, all 4 need to be flipped, an L or an angle case where these 2 need to be flipped, or a line where those are adjacent, these are opposite, they need to be flipped, or they're already flipped. One thing to keep in mind as we do I'm going to show you some quick algorithms. Once we do them, if these turn yellow or anything, we don't care. All we care about is getting across. So this one's solved. A lot of times you already have it solved at this point and you just skip this step. It'll be a faster solve for you. First one we'll cover is the line. You want to hold it this way, left and right. This is wrong. And this is going to be your top. This is wrong. You want it this way. So it's the sexy move which we know. It's R, U, R prime, U prime. But we have a setup move, and the setup move is just F. So it's F clockwise because I didn't say F prime. F prime is counterclockwise. So the move is F, sexy move, R, U, R prime, U prime, F back, F prime. And we got our cross. So if you have a line, left to right, F, sexy move, F back, you get your cross. If you have a line, or if you have an angle, you want it south and east, like a compass, or 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock, down and to the right. This has a different setup move, and it's a fat F. So you move both of them as one move. It's a fat F, and it's written with a lowercase f. So here's your line case: F, R, U, R prime, U prime, sexy move, F back. For the angle, we do a fat F, a little f, R, U, R prime, U prime, little f back, fat F back. Fat F, R, U, R prime, U prime, fat F back, you get your cross. If you have a dot, you do both of them. Start with the line, then do the angle. So you go F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F back, got your angle. Do the fat F, R, U, R prime, U prime, fat F back, you get your cross. So the next thing we're going to do is we want to get the edges lined up with the centers. You're either going to have all of them in, like this case, or you're going to have 2 in. You'll never have none in. If it looks like you have none in, you got to turn the U face. You got to move this around. It'll either be 2 opposite or 2 adjacent, or all 4. So in this case we have 2 next to each other. You want this in the back and to the right, the ones that are in there. This is a different algorithm. It's called Sune. And what Sune is we pull a pair out and then we reinsert it with a U2. So we pulled it out with 1, R, U, R prime, and we put it in with the U2, but we have to put it here in order to reinsert with the U2. That's Sune. It's R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And what that does is you're pulling out a pair and you're putting it back in a different way, so it kind of moves some of the stuff around on top. And it works for this case if you want to get these guys permuted. They're oriented, they need to be permuted. So if you have solved in the back and solved in the right, you perform Sune here, R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R, and then move it to try to line it up, and you get all your edges lined up. Let's take a look at this one. It's the same case. You get one in the back, one in the right. You're either going to have to do this 0 times, 1 time, or 2 times. Same thing. I'm going to put these algorithms in the description for you. There's another case where there'll be opposite. Hopefully it comes up. Nope. If it comes up, you want it in the front and the back. You perform the algorithm, and what will happen is you'll get this case. You do it again. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. A U to get it in. So that's it for getting your cross and getting the edges not only oriented but permuted. The next step will be getting all of the corners permuted, and then we'll get them all yellow on top. So we're going to do permutation of corners and then orientation of corners, and you'll have a soft cube.